Hi Frantic Skittles, hope you're okay. This beautiful day here, and I'm by what's known as a Japanese fig tree. This wouldn't be like the one in the story that we're going to mention today, but it is a fig tree, so it gives you some idea. It's just above my head, as you can see, if Samuel wants to go up. Have you ever felt really hungry and gone to the cupboard and you really fancied something particular, maybe a bar of chocolate or a bag of crisps or something, and what you really wanted wasn't there? Well, Jesus was going along and he was obviously hungry, and he went to a fig tree and there were no figs on the tree. The reason there were no figs was because it was out of season. But Jesus did something very strange. He cursed the fig tree. He says, "May no one eat fruit from the tree again." Later on, well, the disciples heard this, but later on, him and the disciples went to the temple, and outside the temple were the money changers. Now, they were in the temple courts, and they shouldn't really have been there. What they would do was change money over, so they said, you have to have the special temple money, and they charged extra money for it. They made loads of money out of it. They also were buying and selling doves and buying and selling sheep and animals for sacrifice, and charging an absolute fortune. This was not what Jesus intended or what God intended when he set the temple up. So Jesus went there and he turned over the tables belonging to the money changers. He turned them over because he said, this place is meant to be called a place of prayer, but you have turned it into a den of thieves. In other words, people weren't welcome there, or people hadn't made welcome there, or they were making loads of money from the people who were there. The religious leaders were not happy with Jesus. The next day, the disciples were going past the fig tree and they said, Jesus, the fig tree's withered. Jesus said, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Here's a few thoughts for you. If you're a Christian, if you're a follower of Jesus, we must bear fruit. We must change to be the person God wants us to be. Galatians 5:22-23 says the fruit of the Spirit, the things that should be evident in our lives as Christians, are things like love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. That's in Galatians 5:22-23. These should be in our lives at all times, at all seasons. Third thing, the temple was not fruitful in helping people come to God. It stopped people coming to God. We shouldn't do anything that we shouldn't do anything that stops people from coming to God and knowing Him. We welcome everyone. We welcome everyone. We might not agree with their beliefs, but we welcome everyone. And finally, what happened to the fig tree happened to the temple. The fig tree withered within a day. The temple was soon destroyed because the sacrifices were no longer needed. Jesus was the one and only perfect sacrifice, once and for all time. Thank you for listening. I hope you're well. Keep safe. Hope to see you soon. Bye.